Supporters of Chick-fil-A CEO Dan Cathy lined up at the chain's restaurants in the Chicago area as well as across the country today. All of it was for a show of support for Cathy, who is at the center of a controversy over gay marriage. ABC7's Leah Hope joins us with more about today's events. Leah?
Linda, today's Day of Appreciation was not created by Chick-fil-A. It was called on by others. In fact, 17 House Republicans have drafted a letter supporting Cathy. Today, apparently more people had an opportunity to weigh in on this controversial issue. Lunchtime crowds around Chick-fil-A restaurants were extreme. It wasn't the chicken sandwiches that drew the patrons, but politics.
I'm voting for free speech, if you will. I support gays, but I also support the right to do business.
Political and religious leaders urge their supporters to show appreciation for Chick-fil-A and specifically the restaurant chain's CEO.
We're not going to be pushed around. We're going to stand for what we believe according to Scripture.
Last week, First Ward Alderman Joe Moreno denied a zoning permit for Chick-fil-A in his ward. Among the reasons for that denial, anti-gay marriage comments made by the company's CEO. Today, several Chicago Republicans filed a complaint with the Illinois Attorney General. They say Alderman Moreno should be investigated for violating the state's human rights law by allegedly discrimination on basis of religion.
We hope that enforcement of the law does not depend upon the percentage of the vote that we receive in the fall. This is a basic legal issue. It's a constitutional issue. It's a human rights issue.
Tomorrow, another group plans to file a human rights complaint against Chick-fil-A. Anthony Martinez is with the Civil Rights Agenda. He says the CEO's comments go beyond personal belief and impacts the company's employees and customers.
Chick-fil-A is a restaurant and thus is a public accommodation, and as such, they are not allowed to make people feel unwelcome, objectionable, or unacceptable.
While those lines existed around some Chick-fil-A's, there were those who passed by with no intention of going in.
Here in Chicago, we're a very inclusive city, and this is not inclusive. This company's not inclusive. I don't think they should be opening any more locations in the city.
For these people, it's not a personal issue. They can go about their lives freely, marry whomever they want, get hired, not have to be worried about getting fired because of their gender presentation or sexual orientation.
No one at Chick-fil-A was doing interviews today, and our calls to Alderman Moreno were not returned. And we should also mention that that letter from the city Republicans was received by the Illinois Attorney General's office, but she did not have any comment. What's interesting about both of these organizations is that they're both using the Illinois human rights law.
Right.
So we'll see how it comes down and who has jurisdiction.
All right, Leah, thank you.
Leah.